Today we're talking double fluke rigs. Come have some fun with us. It's gonna be a ride. There's one. There's another one. The nightmare rig. The double twitch and jerk. That's me. The donkey rig. The double fluke rig. I'm gonna show you how to rig it. Super easy if you're on land. It's better if you do it there. I'm not gonna talk to you about fishing it because it's the same as you fish a jerkbait. It's the same as you fish one of them. It's no different. Just, you know, you're jerking it. Jerkbait. Whoop whoop. But it catches fish, and it catches fish all year round. It's not just a fall deal like everybody says. Hey, wait for the bass to come school up and. No, man, you can catch these fish all the time. I just caught them last couple weeks ago. Fish it in the grass, fish it on top of the grass, fish it next to the grass. Bass come and eat it. I'm telling you, it's awesome. It's a great way to catch fish. It's something different when 40,000 other people are throwing frogs right now, or big ass swim baits, because that's what we're doing right now. We're throwing big ass swim baits to try and catch a fish. We're throwing frogs in Southern California again to catch a fish because apparently they don't like frogs. I don't know. Maybe I just suck at it. You guys can comment down below if you want. That's fine. The jackass rig. That one's Cody's. Cody has all kinds of other names too. I've got some for you. I'll show you. Hold on. I won't show you, but I'll read them to you. How about that? I got to get to them first though. Hold on. Nobody move. So I asked Cody, I need you to give me some different names for the donkey rig, the double fluke rig. This is what he said. 2 stupid baits, 1 line. That's pretty good. Special Olympics of bass rigs. It's not very nice. I'm not good enough to catch fish on 1 bait rig. He's a dick. The might as well use 5 flukes rig. I don't know about that one. Poor man's umbrella rig. Yeah, I got you on that one. The bass fisherman's double-ended rig. I don't know if that's gonna make the video. The might as well tie on 2 Vision 110 rigs. That's super expensive. You can buy like, I don't know, 5,000 of these things for 1 Vision 110. Anyway, it's something different. Okay, it's the same setup, same exact setup as I use on all my jerkbait rods. Same kind of Shimano 610 medium or medium heavy extra fast. That's what I run. 12-pound fluorocarbon, same deal. I've got this on a Corrado 70, which gives me the ability to throw the smaller flukes as well if I want to switch to an open hook setup. So right now I have them set up Texas rig, which is kind of, you know, going to be your main way of throwing this rig, in my opinion. Now, you know, if you don't want to do Texas rig, don't do Texas rig. If you want to do open hook, do open hook. It depends on the grass, it depends on the stuff around, you know, who knows, man. For me, for us in SoCal, a lot of grass right now. And this is a bitchin' rig to be able to throw above the grass, to throw around it. You can go through it if you want. I don't know if I would suggest that, but you can with a Texas rig because it'll come right through. You can keep it on top of the water. It's a cool way to do it, man. I'm telling you, it's a fun way to catch fish. So here's the deal. 12-pound fluorocarbon main line, 12-pound fluorocarbon to the 2 lines that you have hooked up to these little bitchin' little swivels right here. I think they're number 4s. You probably can't see that because my camera's not focusing. They're definitely number 4s. I use black ones because I don't like the sheen, because sometimes you get fish to hit that sheen instead. So you get 2 pieces of 12-pound fluorocarbon, or 10-pound, or 7, or 17, whatever you want to do, man. And maybe 2 feet long, 24 inches. That's a good one because you're going to cut them down. So about 24 inches, tie a swivel onto it. Okay, tie a swivel onto one of them. Okay, if you want, tie a swivel on both of them. That's fine too. Once you're done tying one swivel on one piece, on one of those lines, put it on the main line, and then tie the other swivel that may or may not already have your other 24 inches of line on it. Tie that to the main line, and then you have this. Whoop, that little deal. So one of these suckers, I'm all tangled up. One of these suckers is going to be independent. It's going to be moving. Okay, this is bananas that I don't understand. What are we doing here? Can I put this on? Oh. Don't go anywhere. That's way better. Okay, so as you can see, or not, one of these moves up and down, and it stops at that swivel. Dong, dong. It doesn't make that sound. I'm doing it for the camera. And you want to end up with it looking like that. You want one a little bit longer than the other one. Or you can have them both like this if you want. It doesn't really matter, because here's the deal. If you have one longer than the other one, almost every bass is going to connect on that one in the back. It's the old saying, I don't have to outrun the bear, I just have to outrun you, right? By the way, I'm not outrunning anybody, but I also have weapons. That's a whole different thing. Anyway, 99% of the fish are going to eat that back one, okay? But as you can see right here, but I got you anyway. Okay. It ate the middle one. The middle one? There's no middle because there's not three. It ate the shorter one. So that's why you have two. And believe me, the amount of doubles you get on this rig, if fish are schooling, which is pretty cool, is real fun. I think I've got some video right here. If not, I got a picture. I haven't edited the video yet because I really don't know. But either way, I'll show you. So, it's a fun way to do it. Now, again, these are the super flukes, okay? So, those, excuse me, those colors, that color, smoking shad. Easily my favorite shad color. There it is. Smoking shad. If I were you, I'd use one of three colors. Smoking shad, white ice, and Tennessee shad, which is a brown. It's kind of a brownish, goldish on the top. It's super badass. I have 560 different colors back there. I wouldn't recommend that because I use 3, maybe 4. I use 4 because I'll use the Pro Blue if I run out of smoking shad or Tennessee shad. Anyway, Tennessee shad's my favorite. It's the one that I throw almost exclusively here on the West Coast and in Southern California. But white ice does awesome as well. It just kind of depends on time of year or how confident you are in the bait. I mean, that's really the deal, right? It's confidence. So that being said, I'm gonna tell you, throw an open hook, like an open nose hook rig with the same hook that you cannot see here. I guarantee that. That's the same hook that you would use that I would use for like a wacky wig. Wacky wig? That's the same one I would use for a wacky rig. Weightless Senko. This is my trick. I've already got some rigged up. Let's see if I can find them. Yeah, there's one. Okay. So my trick is this, and it's not really my trick, it's the trick from Tactical Bass and those guys used to talk about all the time. I got an owner centering pin in the nose of this fluke. You go through the bottom, that's what I do, of the nose of the fluke. It goes through the centering pin and it renders it almost impossible to get ripped off the hook. So you're saving baits. The hookup ratio is outstanding. We all know that. With an open hook, you don't really have to set the hook. They kind of set it for you. You just get some pressure and boom, you're good. Problem is you can't really throw it around cover. You can't really throw it on grass, stuff like that. You'll get hooked up. So your best bet is to throw it parallel to the grass line. It's going to be, you know, on these are the juniors. So these are tiny, these are smaller, the smaller of the flukes. This is going to be a pressured situation or time of year when the bait's a little bit smaller. This is a fantastic way to catch them. You rig it exactly the same. You could cut off your Texas rigs and re-rig with open hooks. Boom, it's super simple. I'm comfortable throwing it again on, to get back to that, on smaller bait casting tackle. I've thrown plenty of them on spinning tackle, double rigs. It works just fine. I feel like I have more control with a bait caster. But again, you guys want to throw it on a spinning tackle? Throw it on a spinning tackle. I've caught a ton of fluke fish on spinning tackle. I love it. Open water, against cover, rocks. You put some weights in these things. There are so many ways you can catch these fish on these flukes. You don't even have to use a fluke. You can use the new 6 cent stuff. You can use Z-Man. You can use Strike King. There's 500 companies that make a soft jerkbait, okay? I say fluke because it's kind of like me saying Senko. I don't necessarily mean Senko. I just mean that that's the household name for that particular technique. Senko's a Senko. Whether it's a power bait, whether it's, whatever, doesn't matter. To me, it's a Senko. It's like in the Midwest, everybody calls soda Coke. Can't explain it. That's just how they roll. Hey man, I want a Coke. That could mean Dr. Pepper, Sprite. God forbid you say Pepsi, you might get shot. It's Coke. That's all I'm saying. It's like that, I think. I'm rambling. Look, this is a great technique. You guys need to have it on your deck. You need to get comfortable. Get comfortable with it now because fall's right around the corner, man. I'm telling you. It's not a couple months away. There's going to be bass schooling, and you are going to catch a ton of fish on a fluke. So get good at it now. Get good at it on the boat. When you're tying it up and your buddy's calling you a jackass, which is probably where this rig got its name, donkey rig. They didn't want to say jackass rig. That's kind of weird, so they call it donkey rig because your buddy's like, dude, how long does it take to tie that thing up? And you're like, I don't know, an hour and a half. And he's like, I'm going to catch a bunch of fish. You're like, go ahead. I'm going to catch double the amount once I get this thing tied up. You're a dick. Or whatever you want to say. I don't know how the conversation goes. I'm not on your boat. Anyway, the point is, get comfortable tying it all up. Get comfortable fishing that thing, and I'm telling you, you guys are going to have a blast catching these fish. A lot of times you get to see it happen, which is even cooler. You get to see that fish come and tear that thing up. You get to see another fish come and hit the other one because he wants to be in the game. He's like, if you're eating, I'm eating. This is a party. It's fun. Jess's first fish was on one of these little guys, and her follow-up decent sized fish was on one. In fact, I'm pretty sure the only fish that she's caught on the boat are on a fluke. Probably because I was on the boat too, and that's all I was throwing. She almost caught a drop shot fish, and she cussed a bunch. I can put that up here if you want. It's really funny. I had to bleep it out because she's like a sailor. I love her to death. It's amazing.
You have a fish.
Yes, I do. Oh!
So what's the takeaway? The takeaway for me to you is to go fishing and to try something different. Try something different. Everybody's throwing the same stuff right now, and this is a good time to do it because there's not a bunch of fish to be caught. I think there is a bunch of fish to be caught. If you have the right techniques, if you're comfortable with those techniques, you have confidence in those techniques, you're going to catch more fish. That's the bottom line. And so that's why we do this, man. I mean, we want to show you guys as much as we possibly can, the different stuff that we have on our deck, the reasons that we have it, the ways we fish them. Plus, we just have a bunch of fun doing this, and we talk a bunch of shit. Cody has a hatred for flukes. Like Kanye has a hatred for Pete Davidson. Like Tyson hates Holyfield's ear. I don't know if he still hates his ear, but at the time, had a real disdain for it. Anyway, like the teleprompter dude hates our president. Have you seen that, by the way, that clip? When he's reading the teleprompter, what is he, like 500 years old? This is crazy. Read line again. Repeat line. What? You don't say that. What are you, Ron Burgundy?
Damn it! Who typed a question mark on the teleprompter? For the last time, anything you put on that prompter, Burgundy will read.
This guy. What are you doing? Sometimes you got to do something different. That's what we're all about. You guys need to try it, man. Go out there, go fishing. As long as you guys are going fishing, I don't care what you guys throw. You guys throw bobber if you want. Go fishing with your friends. Go fishing with your family. Go have fun, man. Maybe those two things aren't mutually exclusive. Maybe you like going out fishing with your friends and not your family. I don't know what your family dynamic is. That's not why we're here. But this is kind of therapeutic, I'll be honest with you. Fishing's therapeutic to me. And it's a blast. And you guys are going to have as much fun catching fish as watching somebody catch their first bass. Prove me wrong. I'm telling you right now, the first time you see somebody catch their very first bass, it is the coolest feeling in the world. It's the coolest feeling in the world. You can't even argue with me about that. And you couldn't anyway because you're not here. But still, I'm telling you, it's awesome. You already know it's awesome. If you've seen somebody catch fish for the first time, forget it. That's the same feeling me and Cody have every time we catch fish. I don't care if they're this big, whatever, doesn't matter. It's fun as hell. So just go do it. Subscribe to the channel. Like us if you like the video. Subscribe if you like the channel. If you like what we're doing, I hope you do. And if you want more information on how to rig a fluke and how to fish them, right here. See ya.